Hello my dear students, myself Krutika Patel from Samarpan Gyan School, Rata. Today we are going to begin with class 8 Social Science Geography chapter number 2, Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife Resources. So, here in this chapter, land, soil, water, which are belonging to abiotic resources, we are going to discuss about them, and natural vegetation and wildlife resources which belong to biotic resources. This biotic and abiotic both type of resources are exhaustible in nature, so judicial use of these resources is very much important so that we are enhancing their longevity in this chapter. So here we'll discuss the first resource, that is abiotic resource, land. Now everybody knows what is land. Land is among the most important natural resource. Land covers 30% of total area of the land, and 90% of the world population occupies only this 30% of this land on the total earth. ये पूरे earth पे कितना percent land है? Only 30%. How many people are living? 90% people are living in that small area, and remaining 30% of the land is either sparsely populated or inhabited. So land is unevenly inhabited due to various features of land like climate, water, fertility of soil. So the population are not evenly distributed. On the plain the population is more, on the plateaus population is less, then on the mountains population is less. So likewise, because of the climate and other features of land, the population is unevenly distributed. Normally the sparsely populated or unhabituated areas are because of rough topography, steep slope of the mountains, low-lying areas susceptible to waterlogging, desert areas, thick forested areas. So these are the reasons why the area is sparsely means कम लोग रहते हैं वहाँ पे. Okay, plains and river valleys offer suitable land for agriculture, and so here it is densely populated. Densely means highly populated, बहुत ज़्यादा लोग रहना है. कहाँ पे? river valleys, river side, plain side. So the minerals, richness, water resources, fertility of soil and the good topography are the conditions which are very important. So there are lots of uses of land. Just imagine, what is the first use of land? Agriculture, forestry, mining, building houses, roads and setting up of industries are the use of land. There are many factors affecting the uses of land. So what are these factors which affects the use of land? That is physical factor and also the human factor. What are they? Let me tell you. Topography, soil, climate, availability of water. These are the physical factors which affect the usage of land. Land के usage को दो factors affect करते हैं, that is physical and human. Physical factors कौन से? Soil, climate, water availability. What are human factors? Population and technology. And on the basis of ownership, land can be divided into two. On the basis of ownership, private land and community land. Now what is private land? It is owned by an individual. जैसे कि it is my land, I can do whatever I want to do, nobody else can use my land. And what is community land? Community is for the common property, everybody can used by anyone on the society, like fodder, fruits, nuts, so जो भी जिसको बेचना है they can use. So demand of land by the people is growing. Land की demand बढ़ते जा रही है, but you can see nowadays that barren land, जो गांव की ज़मीनें थी, अभी वो वहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ construction हो रहा है. Trees, forests are being cut off. So land is getting degraded. Land degradation, landslide. So the change in the land use over the time. So people and their demand are ever growing, but the availability of land is limited. अर्थ तो बड़ा नहीं हो जाएगा, अर्थ के ऊपर की लैंड तो बड़ी नहीं हो सकती है. So we have to adjust in whatever we have. People started encroaching the common land to build up commercial areas. As I told you, the common जो भी land थे उस पे construction start हो गए. Housing complexes in the urban areas and to expand the agricultural land in and areas. Land degradation, landslides are the reasons these are the major threats to environment because of the expansion of agriculture and constructional activities. सबसे बहुत ज़्यादा over exploitation of mineral resources also make the soil vulnerable. The fertile land is exploited more and the lead to barrenness. बंजर बन जाएगी ज़मीन. So these are the certain reasons why we need to conserve our land. See how this land used looked earlier. Here this is the first image you can see here. Then you can see the second image, how the houses have the hut has been replaced with the modern houses. Then next image you can see this village turning into city, and then in the fourth image you can see there is no agricultural greenery and everywhere buildings and buildings. So there is a huge need for the conservation of land. हमें बचाना है हमारी land को. So growing population and their ever growing demand has led to large scale of destruction of the forest cover and the arable land, and also has created loss for the natural resources, and therefore the present rate of degradation must be checked. It should be checked, the land degradation. What we should do then? We should afforestation, land reclamation, regulated use of chemical pesticides. We should have control on this usage. Check overgazing, and these are the certain methods which we can use to conserve our land by making certain rules related to soil, land conserving, and also by making farmers educated regarding the negative aspects of overgazing, utilization of fertilizers. The government can play an important role to preserve the land and soil. So here are the certain disasters which are happening due to this overutilization and everything. That is landslides. Now what is landslides? Landslides are simply defined as the mass movement of the rocks debris on the earth down to slopes. See on the top, you can see in this image, I can show you here. See how this land has moved down. This land from here has moved down. यहाँ की land जो है वो धस जाना, खिसक जाना, that is landslide. So this often take place in the conjunction with earthquakes, या maybe flood, or if there is volcanic eruption inside. So prolonged swell of rainfall can also cause heavy landslide. Continuous बारिश से भी landslide हो सकती है, and block the flow of the river quite some time. And the formation of the river block can also avoid to the settlement downstream on its bursting. In the hilly terrain, landslides have been a major and widely spread disaster. Hilly areas में landslides बहुत होते हैं during rainy seasons, and they strike life and property and occupy a major space. So landslides बहुत ज़्यादा कहाँ होते हैं? Hilly areas में. और ये there are certain reasons why landslides happen, because of earthquakes or maybe floods or maybe continuous rainfall. So what are the techniques to have control on the landslide? So hazard mapping locate the area prone to landslide, hence such area can be avoided for building settlement. So firstly we have to map the location. कुछ like locations ऐसे होते हैं जहाँ बार बार landslides होते हैं. So we can locate the, and we shall avoid making settlements over there, so that वहाँ पे किसी जान हानि किसी की नहीं हो. कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ रिटेंशन वॉल टू स्टॉप लैंड फ्रॉम स्लिपिंग. लैंड को खसने से वहाँ पे कुछ ऐसा कंस्ट्रक्शन कर दिया जा सकता है पहले से ही. वी नो वी कैन ऑब्वियस stop. Increase in the vegetation cover, an effective way to reset arrest landslide. वहाँ पे अगर vegetation cover बना दिया गया हो तो it is a very effective way to stop landslide. And the surface drainage control works are implemented to control the movement of landslide along with the rainwater and along with the spring. So these are the certain techniques to stop the landslides. So there are other more resources we are going to discuss later on, that is soil, water. So we are going to discuss them later on in the other videos. So here I have explained you about land, its uses, its conservations, how the landslides happen, what are the techniques. So you can refer to the video again. So till then, bye bye.